I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
walls that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone.
What's up, y'all? What up, Jake? I'm just, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't know. So, I went back to work last week, or this past weekend, and, I feel good. I don't know, I have a lot on my mind, man. And I'm streaming because I wanted to share that with you guys and let you guys know that I'm kind of struggling a little bit. Um, So, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about a lot. Like, I want a game, but part of me, how do I say it? Like, I'm just kind of missing. No, not missing, but like because it's it's just me and all I really have is you guys. It's like when I'm not streaming, you know, I just feel like maybe I should go do this, and it'll be like a dumb decision, like just go out and party the last 2 hours of the night. I don't know. It's just I don't really have anything tying me down. It's like I can do whatever whenever I want, and I kind of like that, but like there's no structure, and I don't know. I don't want people to get bored about what I'm talking about because I don't want to be like that. I want you guys to enjoy being here and everything, and I don't know. It's like part of me is glad I'm back to work because I got some structure, but I'm just so like I don't know. There's just so many different things I'm thinking about and want to do, but then it's like in my mind I want to do them, but actually doing them is the hard part. I was just messaging my girlfriend, or I say girlfriend, but we are technically not dating, I don't think. But we've just had so many arguments and differences that like our relationship has literally went from one end to the other. And so yeah, like from one end to the other, and it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. I'm just so I don't know. It's like I'm so indifferent with so many things. I don't know. Like part of me wants to get. It's like I like it because I think part of me like I don't. I want the perks of a relationship, not the sets part really, just like the part of like being around somebody. Like I could care less about the sets part because I don't care about that really. I just want somebody to be around that wants to be around me. But then at the same time, I want to kind of do my own thing, And I don't know. And then my anxiety and stuff when I'm streaming, it's just really hard just to stick to it. I feel like I'm so close. Um, I just feel like I'm so close to being a little more stable in my life. A little more um, consistency. But like I said, I love you guys, man, and sorry, I was just kind of dozing off there. No, I'm just like I don't know, like part of me, I don't know. It's like I want to jump in and game and play something, but I want to feel good, and I do feel good because I'm back to work. Let me put some water on my face. I'm gonna try to. My ears are plugged for some reason. Let me put some water on my face and see how I feel. It's Tony. I probably said Tyler when I probably said it because I don't speak clearly. That's my fault. But I don't feel offended by that. But anyways, I just want to let you guys know, man. I hope you had a good day at work. I was just talking about how I don't know, like I just it's nice having the freedom to kind of do whatever I want, but at the same time, it's also a detriment because I don't have no structure. And you know, my my problems aren't bad enough to where I need like an antipsychotic, but it's like borderline there, you know. Dude, dude. I I may have said that like I was, dude. I promise you, I could care less, man, about that. I just love having you here, man. I came off right when I said it's Tony. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I love the fact that you just, you know, you already won in my book for being there for me last stream. So I just want to let you know that I truly do not. I'm not gonna think like, man, why did he call me the wrong? Nah, brother. I care less about that. But I don't know, man. It's just I just got so much on my mind and stuff, man. It's like, and I don't want you guys to not enjoy it here, but I want to jump in and start gaming, but it's like, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't plan on doing this stream and talking about the stuff that I'm talking about because this is what I wanted my stream to be. I honestly started everything up and I was like, you know what, I was gonna pick up a new game, and I just started getting stressed, and I was like, well, I could stop the stream. Hey, what up, Patricia? I was like, I could stop the stream, but that's not why I stream, you know? I stream because I want to share stuff with people, and I want people to know what I deal with and what's on my mind, and, you know, unfiltered. I want people to know kind of who I am and everything, because I don't have the energy to pretend to be somebody else, nor do I want to. My ears are clogged. I don't know why they're clogged. I mean, I know they probably got water in them, but Jesus. Anyways, let me put some water on my face. Hey, Michelle. I really want a good community, man. Like, I don't want a community that gives me money. I don't want a community that does that. I could care less if you subscribe. I could care less. I don't want that. I really don't, man. I just want a place. I just want a stream where I can come, and even though I just met you guys, I can consider you my friends. Who's Doug? Where I know you from? Oh, that's right. See? Hey, that's what you get for not remembering my name. Is your real name Doug, though? If it is, you can tell me and I won't call you Doug. I'll call you whatever you want, you know? You'd be like, you can call me Doug, you can call me Wood Duck, you call me Shitface. I've been called that before. I don't really like it, but it is what it is. No, okay. Well. Big ups to your grandfather, man. If he's anything like you, he's a great man. And I mean that. And I say that because you just shared something personal with your life with me that you didn't have to. You could have said some crap like Doug is from the cartoon Doug on Nickelodeon, or you could say something goofy, but you actually shared something. And a lot of people might look at that and be like, he just shared one of his grandparents' name, but that's not the point. The point is that you not only were honest, because there's no reason to lie about that, but you trust me enough to kind of let me know a little bit about who you really are. It's crazy that one sentence says that, but it does. It does. All right, let me put some water in my face and let's just try to figure something out, man. Wait, you wait, you typed that at the same time I said that? All right, Jake, I got you, brother. That's the craziest thing. So, Chris came in to stream, and then he switched over from YouTube to Twitch. And before he switched, he thought my name was Tyler, and I said, no, my name's Tony. I gave a disclaimer that said, I'm not mad that you called me the wrong name. I don't care about that, you know. And then I start to say, you know, you can call me this, you can call me bum, and then I say you can call me shithead for all I care. And he basically typed the same thing, that I could call him shithead, because when he came in on Twitch, his username is Doug, and I was like, is that your name? And he said, no, it's Chris. Doug is my grandfather's name. And I said, and then he, right when I said, you can call me whatever, he said, I can call him shithead. So we're going to have shithead 1 and shithead 2. And Jake, you can be shithead 3. Not because you suggested it, but because I'm forcing you to. In this stream, we make demands. You do what I say. I'm just playing. I got you, Jake. Let me put some water on my face. You guys let me know when I come back. 1, 2. No, you be 1, I'll be 2. Jake will be 4. And 3 will be that next hoe that comes in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Wouldn't it be funny if somebody popped in chat and it said, his name was like shithead 789. He's like, hey y'all. Be like, user's first time posting in chat, shithead 789. Hey man, you'll fit right in here. Yeah. I love you, Chris. Let me yeah. Cool. Hey, Jordan. I know, baby. Get on your bed. Come on. So, what's up, Gone, Ben, Curtis, Brad, Yankee, damn, David, Michelle. All you guys just pop in. They pop in on on TikTok, and then they bounce. But I kind of like that because, I don't want people being here if they don't want to be here. But dude, I just want to say, man, Chris and Jake, dude, I appreciate everything, y'all. I don't mean to have unconventional streams because I want to be unconventional. It's just, when I go live, I honestly want to just game. But because I don't socialize that much, I just get so excited when people want to be here. Oh my God. How did you... Oh my God. That's why you told me to clean up so you could have some time to validate that. You had to make an email for that, didn't you? Well, no, you could buy... but... Well, I don't know. You didn't have to, confirm a phone number or anything, right? I got so many dummy email addresses now. Now, whenever I want to make a new one, I have to, have another phone, and it's a pain. Or, if I want to make another email address to get, to utilize a free 2-week trial for something. I've basically exhausted that. So I can make a new email, but not for, any purpose that I would use the email. Oh. Oh, you just changed the name? That's funny. That's good, brother. Oh, dude. That's awesome, dude. I got, I've probably made... You get in your bed? I've probably made 15 emails over the last, 10 years, 12 years. But I've only made them just for a free trial somewhere, and then I just forget about them. But on my Gmail, sometimes they're there, or when I want to log into my Gmail, the passwords app or the authenticator, it will auto-populate an email that I used one time, 5 years ago. Because I guess I supposedly saved the password to it, too. But it was an email I used just for, a free 6-month subscription somewhere. Or, a free 2-week subscription. No. Virtual credit card? Now, I'll tell you this. So I went real quick on that. So I went to go get a procedure done, and this company not only pays for the procedure and everything, they give me a credit card, a debit card that can also be used as credit. Hold on, Jake. I got you. And listen to this. So it's a credit card. It's a debit card, and the last 4 numbers on that card are the PIN, but you can also be run as credit. But it doesn't have my name on it or anything. So it's if you find that, you could run it as credit, and you could probably run it as debit if you figured out that the last 4 are the PIN. But if you're talking about virtual credit card, that's the first thing that came to mind. Is it's a card. It has money on it. It's almost like a gift card. But I'll say this too, like my Apple, my iPhone. So the Apple Pay generates a different... Well, no, because it's not in my phone. But that's another thing I was going to say. On my Apple Wallet, so I didn't know this, but I have a physical Apple card. I don't hardly use it because most of the time I use Apple Pay on the phone. But the card on the app is the same card as the physical card, but it's a different PIN. And one of the security features is every time I uses it, it scrambles it for the vendor. So if somebody were to get into it, they're not going to have the real credit card number. They're just going to have some dummy number. And then for instance, if I want to dispute a transaction and say I used Apple Pay, I gotta use the card number that's to my Apple Pay. So it's like, that is a card. That's only one card number. It's just they scramble the card every time I use it for vendor's sake, so they can't like get into it. If someone got into it, they're not gonna know my card number. Yeah, right. And so like for instance, when I lost my phone, or was it when I lost my phone? Was it my phone or my card? I lost my phone. I forgot what it was, but I didn't have to switch out my physical card. I just had to switch out my Apple card. I forgot why, because it's like having two cards, but it's one card. But yeah, no, you're right. But when you say virtual credit card, does it have your name on it? Like, is it kind of like that, or is it kind of like an Apple card where you don't actually have the physical card? You just kind of like a gift card with your name on it. That's probably what I think about when I think of a virtual credit card. But then when I think credit card, to see, the thing is, and you probably already know this, every debit card can be run as credit, but not every credit card can be run as debit. You probably already know that. So sometimes it gets a little confusing. Because some people call debit cards credit cards, which technically they can be ran as a credit card, but at the end of the day, it takes out money you already have. And so every person gets a different prepaid card number. So like if I got one that was 300 and I want to split it two ways, I could have 200 and you can have 100 and you'll have your own card and you can use it anywhere. Is it like do you choose if it's Visa, MasterCard, Discover? That's a pretty cool feature, though. Oh, I see. So, like, if I bought one $300, I'll get a card number, and I could use it on Amazon. If I say I use, I don't know, $20 on Amazon, I could give it to you, and you say, hey man, here, use some money, don't spend it all. Then we could both use it. So how does that work with billing address? I'm assuming that when you get that card, because that's the only thing I could think of that would become an issue. I want to say I've come across times where you don't need a billing address, but it's very rare. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so yeah, no, I get exactly what you're saying. That reminds me of like how people, like when this guy on YouTube, he put like 200 viruses on his computer, but obviously he didn't use his personal computer. He used like a dummy computer. That kind of reminds me of that. You know, when you're gonna do something weird or sketchy or something that can really like fuck some stuff up, you don't use you use something that like the loss is very minimized. Now, you, um, that's your first time you told me Canada, right? You didn't tell me you lived there before, right? Because there was a person last time that came here in the stream, and they're from Canada, and we talked about Windsor, or maybe that was somebody on Twitter. Yeah, I think that's the first time you told me you're from Canada, right? Yeah. What, what part? Yeah, because they were from basically north of Montana. I forgot the province, but like right smack dab around there, whatever that is. What is that? What is that? British Columbia, Vancouver? I think Vancouver. Well, that's above Washington, I believe. But what part of Canada are you from? The reason I asked is I used to live in Michigan, and I used to visit Windsor. How did you know I was going to say Windsor?
Hello, I hope you have a great day.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, it was somewhere over there, like West Canada. That's crazy you said Windsor. Oh, okay. I did say Windsor. Okay. You remember that. See? Why do you say that? What is it about Windsor and the military? And by the way, I think I might know why there might be a huge delay. I have not. I just know that I assume, I don't want to say no, I assume it's like a lot of like land, a lot of forest. I mean, obviously you have your towns, but I just think like when I look at the map, I just think, man, it's probably mostly like mountains over there. Oh, okay. Do you Oh, so you're oh, I see. So you're what? You're 12 hours away from Michigan? Well, Windsor's the east side of Michigan, so you could probably hit Michigan in 10 hours, but 2 extra hours to get to Windsor because how many and I know I'm throwing questions at you, so just answer what you can. How many big cities would you say is like on the western side of Canada? Like when you're looking up like above Minnesota west, 16 hours. So you can hit Michigan 16 hours, and depending if you go around Michigan or through Michigan, it'll probably be 18 hours to get to Windsor. Maybe longer, probably 19. Because Windsor's near Detroit, and my grandmother lived on the western side of Michigan, in Holland, near Chicago. But if you go north, it's just the border's straight north. I mean, it's a little weird because it's two peninsulas, and you'll hit the upper peninsula before you hit the lower peninsula. But then you gotta like weasel your way through that, like however you're gonna do that. Like either stay in Canada or then go in Michigan and then go in the UP. I don't know. You can access the UP from Canada, correct? The Upper Peninsula of Michigan? Do they have like a bridge there? I'm sure they do. I never even realized that. Obviously, they have a bridge connecting the two peninsulas. I'm sure they have a bridge. But you might have to fly to get actually in there. I don't know. Yeah, so I know they have customs. You know, in Michigan, it's the tunnel. Well, and there's a bridge too, but it's near Detroit, and that's how you get to Canada. And obviously, it's customs. You got to make sure you have your passport, birth certificate. But I wonder how many entry. It'd be interesting to know how many entry points they have from Canada to Michigan and vice versa. Because obviously, you just can't. I think it's all water that separates it. So, yeah, either you'd have to fly or do a bridge. I don't know. There might be some land connected there. Be interesting to look that up. From where? From where you live to Michigan or to Windsor? Because if it says that, then what it's probably doing is it's I gotta go use the restroom. It's probably making you go all the way through the U.S. up and around the west side of Michigan, south, and up and around. Or it could be making you go all the way around the UP. Yeah, I can see that taking that long because you got to go all the way, depending on how north you are. I don't know how north Alberta is. But if you look at Alberta on the map and you go east, do you run into the UP? Or are you north of the UP? Or are you south? Like how far is... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. How far north are you of Idaho? Couple hours? God, I gotta use the restroom real quick, brother. You guys are gonna hate me. And I got you, Jake, on some music. Fuck, how many miles is that? That's a lot, though. That's... You... Yeah. Dane, so you're way up there, then. And then again, there's probably not, like... And then again, like you said, the forest, there's probably not a straight road that goes directly to Michigan. Like, I mean, there probably is. Hey, Mike, chat with Chris for a second. My stomach kind of acting up. But yeah, me and Chris were talking about Canada and the UP. Oh, Chris, he's from Mike is from Ohio. Total coincidence that I met him when I lived in Florida. That I was originally from Michigan. But yeah, I'll be right back. Mike, I just want to say I love you, brother. And but yeah, I'll be back. Things are going good, man. I just want to let you know that things are going good. And I love you guys, man. I just want you guys to know that. And things are going good, but now it's like I'm dealing with the perils of life. And just real quick, I'm going to go use the restroom. There's a weird balance between things going good and things not going so good. And this is what I'll say before I go use the restroom. The things that are going good are going great. The things that are not going good are not going great at all. So it's kind of balancing out to a subpar. So I'll be right back. Here, let me actually, you know what? Why go use the restroom? Don't be upset with me. I'm gonna play something real quick. Give me a game real quick. Watch this. Let's watch. I wonder if this game. I'll be right back. Oh shit. You guys tell me what this game is like. I thought about checking it out, but a lot of people are shitting on this game, saying it's trash. So.
a 5 exfil limit, by the way.
On items.
Yeah.
That's why we're broken.
Yeah. I just don't care to bring out another shield. Well, I probably could.
I have a.
I'll do it.
My 1,000 is my distance runner implant, which is like my heat capacity plus 25. So like
Streamlabs OBS or regular? You're probably trying to Google it. It is normal OBS. I know you're trying to Google it, but I promise you, it's not an easy solution. It's like, it's always something really, really wacky and really weird. You know? It's just a matter of just trial and error until something works. The problem is, it's always a different issue. Screen tearing on capture cards. I remember you had this problem playing the cycle too. It just happens sometimes, and then you have to like really lock in. You have to really lock in your settings to try to fix it, you know? I'm trying to.
Where the hell's TJ, dude?
Bro, can we?
Trying to do something else.
My loadout, bro.
What do you mean?
Start this dick.
Start. Okay. Start.
It doesn't help that I'm also doing display capture, which could be a problem. I don't know. Because, like, they don't let you do game capture because of cheaters.
I gotta select the map. I gotta do my loadout. I gotta... All good, bro. Like...
A gold monster HDMI cable. No, I can't turn off display capture. This game can only be streamed with display capture. They don't let you do anything else. You can't do window, you can't do game. It's like the same thing in Destiny too. Destiny is you can't use game or anything. To save your settings when you reinstalled? No. I wiped my whole OBS clean. Yeah, it's pain. Trying to fix screen tearing is pain on capture cards. It is pain, but I am trying. I try something different every raid, and I see if it works. Usually it doesn't. It takes a long time to get into a raid. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes you get into a raid in like 10 seconds. And then sometimes you're like really loading in. Can't clone game at second monitor? No. My capture card's only a 1080p, so in order to clone, I would need a 1440p card. Have you tried NDI? Yeah, NDI is terrible. NDI is like the worst thing I've ever used.
Stability check complete. Your cognitive integrity remains intact.
Can't hear your footsteps. Can you hear mine?
No, mine bugs out sometimes where I just can't hear my steps. Yeah.
I think it's just game audio in general is kind of buggy.
Yeah, I swear there's moments where I definitely should have heard somebody and then I didn't hear a damn thing. Do we want to try to get into a fight or loot this?
Probably quest.
Holler. Yeah, let's go holler.
Wait, get light
Just work
ammo,
it. sit there if you want to. I can chill in here. That's fine.
Is the textures on low? They're on high, I believe. I just have shadows off. Or not off, but as low as they can be.
Wait. Guys, I'm stuck. I need help.
Uh-oh.
Actually,
Yeah, actually. I'm stuck.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yes, my hero.
you're a genius.
I'm not letting you fucking die. Are you kidding me?
I
Thanks,
would
my
let
friend.
him die.
What?
Oh, okay.
Can I
Never
climb
mind.
this, you think? I didn't mean that.
I feel like you did.
Find us. Northeast, in the compound.
Damn, you
that
could go
we
up
I feel
normally
like
here?
you really meant
Oh,
that.
shit, no, you can't. Wait,
Find
do
us,
we want to
find us,
turn and
hurry.
fight this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
let's fight, dude. Let's fight. I'm literally falling
Mobs
asleep.
seem too weak? That's one mob, bro. Chill. Holy fuck. You're snappy. You're snappy on judgment.
Far right, southeast. Where I heard it.
Snappy.
Yeah,
Snappy
inside
hands.
over here, I think. I'm gonna walk up on that shit. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah, he's for sure in
Probably a
there.
little spread.
Oh yeah. Down. Dead. Full dead. One up. Or two up, I mean. Maybe.
Yeah, hit someone on the right.
That was AI, I think.
Was it AI?
Yeah, it's you naded it or something, right? Yeah, it's me. It's me.
Kill them up here on this.
Maybe it's just one.
Maybe. Yeah, it might be a solo.
What? Who's shooting? Oh, I didn't see him.
What the hell? I was looking around, dude. I couldn't find him. Oh, God.
Just one guy? Really? We came back to kill one dude.
See if it was worth.
I did.
Was it worth?
Nah, it was not worth. Still need to build things with light ammo.
I don't need greens anymore. Gonna keep picking them
Not
up.
enough room. Backpack, bro. Swear.
I think the room is actually pretty good. The size is good. For a game that doesn't have weight, like I think that's usually the compromise, right? A game that does have weight, you could give them a lot of slots. But a game that doesn't have weight, you got to be a little careful, right? Because then you could be giving too much.
What about
too much lootage?
dedicated slots for meds? So meds aren't taking up your backpack space. Because I feel like you need to come in with like 10 of each med, no?
Yeah,
That
10
takes
of,
up
10 of each med.
2 by 2,
Yeah.
so it takes up like a big slot already.
But like
Your backpacks are
why
so
I'm
small.
kind of against that is I feel like it's kind of fun to do that dance where you're like, okay, I'll drop a few meds to get loot. You're making like a compromise, like
Yeah,
okay,
true. You
I'm
can
gonna
always
drop
just
some. I'm
compromise
gonna
at the end of a
like
raid.
I'm so full. I'm dropping my meds and I'm playing it a little risky. I think that's why they do it anyway. That's my logic.
Doing my quest stuff like him is like killing NPCs.
Okay, we gotta go hauler. Me and Matt. I think we're on the same quest.
I'll come over as well.
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
What is this? TAD. Is this a UAV?
I'm so happy that this game doesn't have fast movement. I mean, it can. Trust me, it can. You can move pretty fucking quick. Glitch with agility mods and her abilities, she can run really fast. I can do this double jump. If I had more heat, I could do it twice. Same with the slides. You also have super sprints. Like, I know the game doesn't seem fast, but as you go up in gear, that also means your speed and pacing will go up. Your gear's going to be better. You'll have implants that give you speed, heat reduction, which is aka just stamina reduction or whatever. Like, it will be fast. It might not seem it at the start, but I think it will be a lot quicker. What the?
Need 4 kills. You can drop your fucking gun.
There was people at Holler, right? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know. I would assume if there is, it's like a spawn there.
Yeah, they spawn in the red ramp where we normally
There's
spawn.
AI
Oh, wait,
floating
don't
around.
kill that, don't kill that.
No
There's AI,
bodies
there's
there, though.
AI floating around, so maybe they left.
Fuck, you guys.
I do
need
like-
these limbs.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
do like how much AI gets like recycled and refreshed. They're like,
oh
oh,
my gosh,
whoa.
dude, he's freaking
Did you
drop
slam?
kicking my ass, dude. Yeah, I knifed him twice in the head with a right click. He didn't die. Yeah, AI are a threat.
Yeah, the AI fucks. You gotta respect.
actually
You have to
serious, dude,
respect the
yeah.
AI a little bit, which is.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's probably a
annoying.
good thing rather than just
UAV
walking
right now,
around and
UAV.
stomping everything.
Just be like just brain dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be times where it's really annoying and screws you over, but I think it's a good thing. There's a Burt there, TJ. I don't know if you'd rather have that like gun.
No, I just have an AR or whatever. Quick,
We're gonna do our
just in
quest here,
case I
Matt.
have to,
Right?
like,
Yeah, we have to download the AI protocol. Where is
we have a container
it?
key.
Yeah, I just got one.
Nice. Any good loot?
No. Never.
Oh yeah, what is where is the AI protocol, Mike? Do you? Oh, never mind. I see it.
I will follow you. Oh yeah.
It's on
I see
me.
it. Yep. So 15 minutes into the match, and you're only fighting AI. I think it's been 3 minutes. Or 5 minutes? Has it been 3 minutes or 5 minutes? I don't know. I think it starts at 20.
Wait. Is chem grenade a molly?
Mountains of flavor, those crispy peaks, 12 flavors so bold, your whole life is complete. Dipped in a lake, man, that ranch hits deep. New crispy tenders, bring the flavor, Wingstop.
Yeah.
I don't see him.
I think they slid down the hill here. I killed one
All
of
right,
his teammates.
Chuck and Bob. What? Bob's climbing the freaking mountain.
Then he's gonna get him.
He full
Dude,
ran.
is he
full
actually?
ran
He's
away.
literally going over the map right now. He actually might get him. Oh my gosh, he's going down the mountain. Oh,
He hit him. He hit something. He hit something. On my right.
okay.
Oh
yeah,
no, I think he
didn't
no,
get
he
attacked,
no,
though.
no, no, he just blew up. No, he didn't blow up on shit.
Oh, he had a $1,000 distance runner as well.
I don't see
Vintage
anything. But they definitely ran down this hill, right? Are you sure it was a group?
Yeah, it was two for sure.
Okay.
I killed one of the dudes and it was glitched, so he probably like insta-ran.
Do we have a scanner? Blackbird?
It's on. It's on right now.
Your scanner's on? I don't see shit.
I mean, they're either gonna be this way or they're like just in the back. Like,
Yeah, he probably activated glitch and just kept running that way. Unless he's riding underneath this car. Flip. I think I'm onto him. So.
Extract happening right now. There. Might be them. Maybe. That's actually not too far.
I'm sprinting at it.
We might be able to make it.
Blue ping? Blue ping?
Yeah.
Alright, running.
We might be able to make it.
15 minutes.
yeah, it should be at time. Let's.
I'm
Yeah, I
literally
guess
almost
it's like
there.
the
I'm
last.
literally there. I'm about to be there.
I mean, it's a little bit further than Blue Ping. It's around the corner, but
Oh, fuck.
I don't think we'll
I don't
make
know if
it.
we'll get this if
I
we're
don't
all
know if
together.
I don't know if we'll make it.
He's fighting. He's
Nah,
fighting
we won't.
something.
Nah,
I hear him shooting.
there's no way.
I'll get there.
There's no way he could have made it that far, right?
Nah, glitch is crazy. He probably just sprinted full, ran away.
Yeah, because you have like double the stand mic or something.
Yeah,
like
I guess
that
take
with
out
glitch.
the knife and just fly. Yeah. Well, he's gonna be gone, but maybe
I might
maybe
be able to snipe him. I might be able to snipe him. Hold up.
you slipped.
One down,
Oh.
down one.
Bob, go!
Other guy's in the back right.
He's AFK. I killed him.
Yeah, well, when it.
Oh, you killed him.
Well, no. What's the fin?
They're all dead,
I
they're
like
all-
killed your fin.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Kill this guy. Nice.
Oh, we tried thing.
All three dead.
You think
Oh,
it's
two, I mean.
you think it's the same team? No way.
Yeah,
Is there a glitch?
Wait.
There's
This
no
is definitely
way.
a player.
No, they're
These guys
players.
weren't- Oh, wait. Wait, yeah, the bag just teleported. It's off. Good.
Huh. I think we just killed another team. I don't know if that's the same people.
Ammo pack here, 16x.
That guy was literally just like
Oh.
standing still. Just actually
What
standing
the-
still.
Naded us.
Yeah, I just got naded, boys.
Yeah, they were like AFK thinking they were about to get out, and then his teammate
sure it wasn't a Claymore?
It might have been
I
actually.
mean,
Any loot or nah?
Just materials like us, literally.
Okay.
Graceful, right here. Graceful Landings V3, pretty good. If someone wants it.
You can take it, Matt. V3 is purple, right?
nah,
V3
it's
is
blue.
like a good blue, with extra stats on blue. I think already. I think it's version 1 and 2 are green. Version 2 and 3 are, or 3 and 4 are blue, and then it.
That doesn't
I haven't
sound
seen
right.
a purple implant yet, so I don't know.
I had one. Don't remember the number.
Did you?
Oh, shooting somewhere. Like comms.
Other
Northeast,
side of
northeast.
Holler.
Hear that? Yeah.
Yeah. Coming.
Go in the tubes, the blood vessels, the veins.
Yeah, they need to work on their radial menu. It's just so unresponsive. It's so bad.
Dude, it'd be great for a controller, straight up. It'd be insane, probably. But yeah, for mouse and keyboard, it feels like dog crap.
You have one now? No, it's a shield. A shield is different, I think. Oh, well. My shield is purple and it's V3. I don't know if that means anything.
I think it's different for implants.
Don't follow me. My bad. My bad.
Oh. I have so many slides I can use with all this implants.
It was around here, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around here. Yeah, a bunch of bodies here.
Now we don't hear
In the
anything.
building right now.
I don't hear anything. Dead bodies
I
here.
don't see anything either. I have an overlook of this whole area. I don't see anything.
I don't hear anything.
Oh wait, what the fuck? Oh.
I don't hear shit. So I don't know. What's the best hide to your loot? There's gold loot. I haven't seen any, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah.
Purple seems to be pretty good right now. If you're asking, is there like a Bitcoin? No, I don't believe so. I feel like a lot of people view extraction shooters that way. Is there a Bitcoin? No? All right, I'm good.
Like how you just ping in one stack of ammo.
I know
I
that's kind of weird, but I swear.
Bodies is so quality of life.
You did say that.
Just fucking picks up my whole stack of ammo. Fuck looting.
They said this exact thing.
We're going back the way we came, by the way.
Yeah.
We should go intercept north or something. I don't know. We should do an objective.
Yeah, sorry, dude, I'm not
You guys
gonna
are just
lie,
going in
don't
circles. You guys
follow
are
me,
literally
guys.
just going in circles.
I'm
Don't follow me, guys.
Come to North Relay up here.
My quest is done. I'm just running around.
I'm just freaking here.
There has to be more players in the lobby, no?
Taking a nap. Actually had fun though with the PvP when this is like the least amount of PvP I've had like all day. The last like 2 hours.
Yeah, it does feel like it's died down a little bit, huh?
Yeah,
because like we
tomorrow there might be
were
more people. So.
We were having a lot of PvP, a lot.
I mean, I had fights
All
like
the
off
fights are
spawn
pretty
for
crazy,
hours.
too.
Yeah, like hours and hours. So.
I mean, this
could
is
just be rest time.
This is all looted. Route shipment to intercept point.
It's coming to us, I think.
It's right here. I think we have to route it to us, right? I think.
Yeah, I just scanned the terminal. I think I already did.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
Okay, I got it. It goes.
Nice work.
It went all the way down there. Am I understanding that right?
Updated.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that even worth?
Is that am I understanding that correctly? That intercept is all the way down there after we just got it? No way,
Well,
right?
to be honest, that's where our extract is. So
I just don't know if I'm understanding it correctly. That's all.
it might be a way
That
just to
potion?
generate, like, make you guys, go back and forth, create some
Potion's a
fights.
supply drop. The intercept's on the right on A1.
But that was already there, TJ. The intercept came up as we did the. How have we played for this many hours and we still don't understand the system? They absolutely failed at explaining it, right? Like this is not our fault.
I think you're meant to figure it out. I don't think it's meant to be like explained.
I mean, it kind of is. It gives you markers and shit, but it doesn't like fully.
Wait. Oh, that was you. Holy fuck, your name didn't pop up.
Like I think it. You get the beeps and then an intercept pops up somewhere on the map and we're supposed to go to it. But that's just so insanely far for 2 minutes of time. It's fucking absurd.
Yeah, but if the map is bumping though, wait, 2 minutes of time? You mean like to get there in time, or whatever?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's to get there in time, but I think it means like it lands in 2 minutes. But that's so fucking far.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to create
Are we running down there?
like fights.
I don't know.
Sit out or what?
I don't know.
We have to go down there anyways.
Do we?
That's true. Heading back.
I mean, there's literally an extract right here.
Oh yeah, there is. Let's extract.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to understand this system. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's been fucking like 10 hours and I'm still just like, what? How does this fucking work? I don't get it.
How do we do it? Woo, Bob. Not gonna lie, boys. This might be biology year.
Yeah, I'm starting to get fucking tired.
Fried.
I'm getting tired and
I'm
fried for
fried.
sure.
Yeah.
I'll be on tomorrow though. For whoever wants to
Play a
game.
little longer, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna stay on. I'm just fried.
Yeah. Guys, fucking thank you. Oh, big loot.
Supply secured. Exfil with cargo intact.
Someone took it. Oh, it did go there. Yeah, it did go there. That was 100% of that work.
And someone took
Someone
it?
took it, yeah. That's so weird. I don't like that.
But see, if we kept running, we would have fought them.
True, I guess, yeah.
Warning. Reinforcements detected.
Yeah, I know the point of it. The point of it is to like create like dynamic events made by a player, which is cool, but it's kind of crazy that it's that far away and we're
His pathing too.
we were the ones that spawned it and it's that far away is so like why even do it if it's not going to be that far away? Maybe because the chance of it being close to you? Maybe?
Yeah, we
probably.
did do a couple and it landed right on us.
Yeah, we've done one that landed right on top of us. So.
Hey, y'all, I know I sound like a broken record, man, but I just want you to know, Chris, man, I appreciate everything, brother. And you too, Jake and Mike. I really do, man. And I haven't, until you started joining the streams, Chris, like prior to about a year and a half ago, I was, that's okay, Mike. Like I would get on, I'd game. I'd still have my issues, but I would at least game. But lately, it's just been like I've been just struggling with a lot, and I haven't gamed as much as I want to or expect to. And I just don't want to feel like I'm roping you guys into something that, that I don't mean to do. Like I want, I just can't say it enough, man. Like it feels amazing. Like I want to not only show my appreciation and keep doing that, but I'm trying really hard to build this community, and it's really close because I have everything I need. I just, it's like I'm figuring out the problems that I deal with and the struggles, and I'm figuring that out, getting better at that. But then I'm also dealing with stuff that everybody deals with, and it's hard sometimes. And I was mentioning to someone the other day, like many times it's just really Um, it, it's it's nice to not to not be in a relationship at times, not have kids, and being able to basically do what I want whenever I want. Like that's nice, but there's also no structure to anything I'm doing. So it's like I can just kind of do whatever, whenever, and I just want you guys to know that um, that you guys mean a lot, man. And I'm not, and you know, Mike has been instrumental to everything, and he's the main reason for so many things. And I just, you know, I know he's probably listening, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I just want him to know that I truly appreciate everything he's done, but I'm not trying to go this route. You know, I'm trying to just really get this off the ground because I'm so close to it. You know, I got everything that I need, and I know I can do it. And I'm not trying to give myself some false hope, but I just know I can. You know, because I don't have any pressure, no expectations. I don't need anything from anybody. I want people to have fun and enjoy it and be relaxed and just have a good time, and that's what I want, you know. And I just want people to know that I love you guys, and Curtis, Yankee, Bad Wolf, David. I just want to have. I'll tell you, you know, it would make my week if people came in the chat and just talked. Like, here, let me rephrase that. Like having you in the chat, Tyler. I mean, Chris, having Mike, and Jake probably left because I didn't play his music, but having you guys in the chat is like, dude, it's just so, it's such an awesome feeling, you know? Because I'm not used to having any friends, man. Like, I don't have friends. I think, you know, and I'm not making excuses, but, you know, I struggle with a lot of things, and it's hard for me to make friends, you know? And I don't know, now it's like, I don't know. I just want to game and play something. I really do. But yeah. I just want you guys to know, man. Like, you guys don't even have to respond. I just want you guys, hope you guys can hear me. Like, I want you guys to know how much you mean to me, and like I'm really trying to make this right and do the right thing here. And I struggle with a lot of stuff, you know. You know, and like even just seeing like Mike and Chris, you guys interact. I don't know. What the hell is that? There's something about that makes, I don't know. It just makes me feel good when people are just enjoying themselves, and you know. I don't know, man. You know, I just want you guys to know, man, what you guys mean to me. And, like, you know, like, just doing this, like, I'm having a blast. Like, I love it. But I just kind of feel like sometimes when I get off to a bad start, it's hard to get back on a good start. You know? But I'm gonna try to play something, and I just want you guys to know that I just kind of feel like I'm a disappointment. I'm gonna try to go for a walk, man. Try to get out and get some fresh air or whatever, and I just got a lot on my mind. And it's all right, Jake. I just want you to know, man, like, you're the man, dude, and I appreciate everything you do. I'm I'm gonna probably go for a walk. I don't know, man. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not in my right headspace, man. And I don't know. Things aren't going good, and I just feel like you've only been in here a couple of streams, but I just feel like it's been a disappointment since I've known you, because I'm not usually like this, man. I'm usually just somebody who just wants the game and. Like, I'm gonna, I love doing whatever, like, not because I'm trying to get views or anything, but I truly love you having a good time, man. I really do. And nobody will exactly understand that unless you kind of knew kind of how my life used to be. I just love it when you guys are having fun, because I could sit here and do nothing and I'm gonna have a blast just because I'm always busy. And when I'm calm and things are chill, it's when I'm in my best mood. But right now I'm just kind of like really anxious and stressed out, and I want a game, but it's like I was saying to somebody, like, I'm so close to just being there, Hey, thanks, Chris, for the follow, brother. Like, I know I'm there. There's just a couple missing pieces I need to do to fully get to hop on stream and just hang out and be a good person. And when I mean be a good person, be conversational and interact with people, and yeah. I'm just kind of scared a little bit. I'm worried. I don't know what I should do. I just feel very, I don't know. And then I'm really upset about well, not my girlfriend, but the girl I was with, and she doesn't want to see me anymore, and it's just, she keeps testing me like she does, but she doesn't want to see me anymore. It's just, I don't want you to think different of me, man. I want you to know how much you mean to me, and I don't know what else to do or say. I just want people to know that my anxiety and stress and my bipolar is real, and I don't want no one to feel sorry for me or none of that stuff. I don't want no one to do anything for me. I just want people to know about me, because there is a small part of me that just feels like I just don't want to be here anymore, I just kind of feel like I'm worthless. And I don't need anybody to tell me, no, you're not worthless or anything like that. I know that, but I just want you guys to know what's going on in my mind. I know, but I'm not usually like this, brother. I'm usually somebody like similar to when I was playing music, but like a lot more like upbeat and just somebody who's really happy. And now it's just, I just don't even feel like I'm a good friend anymore. People always think I'm down and they don't want to be around that type of person, but I don't want people to think I'm always like this. I just like to share when I'm struggling because I don't have no one to talk to really. I tried doing a doctor, but that just didn't. I haven't found the right doctor. I went to a guy once, and maybe I didn't give enough time, but it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel like a conversation. It just kind of felt like him asking me questions. But I just want you guys to know, man, like, I don't know. Well, I appreciate you sharing that, brother. Um, I, I'm, I don't know, man. There's just so much I want to do, and my mind's just overcome with so much. I think my mental health, while I'm seeing improvements, I think sometimes it's getting worse. But I just want you guys to know how much I love you guys, man, um, and you know, if for whatever reason you guys don't see me again, just know that I care about you guys, man. No, it's not so much that. It's just, I guess I'm just talking just to, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like I'm not gonna be able to. I feel like I screwed up. It's okay, man. I just, I'm really not doing good right now. I don't know why. I just want you guys to know that I care about you guys. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm just not. I don't like being like this, man. It's alright, Jake. You don't gotta say all that. I'm just trying to. I want you guys to just know a little bit about me so you can understand me a little better. That's all. Nothing, Chris. I was just saying, man. I just want you to know, like, this isn't who I am. Like these streams, it's normally this isn't what I'm about. I'm usually just kind of like, I'm just more upbeat. But the last year and a half, especially since my grandmother died, I just been different. But I don't want you to think like this is what it's gonna be all the time because it's not nothing like this. And I also want to say that I was talking to Jake and um, I mentioned that things in my life were going pretty good, but the things not in my life aren't going really well at all. And I just want you guys to know how much you guys mean to me. But I'm really, really depressed, and I don't need anybody to tell me. No offense, that oh we need you here. Don't do anything stupid. I just want you guys to know that my anxiety and a little bit of my bipolar is just kind of. I don't have it all the time. My bouts of bipolar, so it's not like I take medicine for it, but there are times when I just get so down and out that I almost, not black out, but almost do it, and I just get so, I get into this cycle where I can't get out of it. I just feel like I'm a failure and worthless. And I don't want Mike to get mad at me because Mike is so supportive, and I don't want him to. I feel like even you, even Jake, you guys might get sick and tired of this, and I'm just not like this, man. I'm a good person. I love the game. I really do. I just struggle with these issues that I'm in the process of getting help for. People say, well, why are you streaming now? Why don't you wait? I'm not going to wait until I feel better, because it'll never be done. I'll always be trying to do something to try to make myself feel better. But you guys come here and hang out, and I just feel like, and rightfully so, I feel like it's not fun for you guys, man. And you don't got to tell me it's fun, because I know that's probably what you're going to say, but come on. But when I stream, I come with the intentions that I want you guys just to have fun, you know. I'm not saying talk more and all that stuff. I just want you guys to love it here and enjoy it and just be happy. And I'm one of the reasons why that's not the truth. And you know, I'm sober. I don't drink. I haven't done that in 8 years. 7 years, but my anxiety's getting really bad, and it's all right, Chris. I just want you to know that you're the man, and thank you for everything you've done for the short time you've been here. But I just feel worthless, and I feel like I just don't want to be here anymore. I just don't. Thank you for sharing that, man. I want you to know, man. I know you probably heard it, and I've heard it too. I want you to know when I say I'm there for you, I truly am. Like, I will do, this is gonna sound crazy to you, but I will do anything I can, man, to make you feel better, brother. Like, anything, man. I might have to think twice about it just to make sure that it's not something that will have a long-term negative effect, but if it has a short-term negative effect, I don't give a shit. The fact that you even took a chance on me and on this channel just randomly, just to hang out, is enough for life for me. I don't care anything else you do. Like, I mean, so many things you could have been doing all these nights of the week. But I'm not a Debbie Downer. I'm not like this. It's not like I guess I am like this, but it's not like I'm not looking for pity. I don't want people to feel sad for me. I just want people to understand me. I don't want people to give money. I don't want none of that stuff. It's not reverse psychology. I just want people to know that this is a part of me, but there's another part of me that's different. That's upbeat, that's joyful, that's happy. Well, like, some people look at what I'm doing and they think that, you know, I mean, not a lot of people, but some people look at what I'm saying and they think that, you know, I intentionally do this to feel bad, so I get attention. Not a lot of people, but I've heard that stuff. And it's common to think that because people do that. Because people think, well, why are you streaming if you feel this way, you know? But I like streaming. I like it. I enjoy it. It's crazy because I do, because I'm so close to just being able to hop in and just game and have a good time. But I don't know. I bet if I had more of a routine, I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I bet if I had more of a routine, I would do that. But I get overly excited when like people like you are on the stream because it's just so cool to have somebody to talk to. And then my anxiety takes over, which is a big part of my motivation. And it's hard for me to stay focused. I will share anything, dude. I'm an open book, man. What up, Curtis? What up, y'all? I'm trying to think how I could start it where it wasn't so insane. Well, you know, I mean, I don't know if any of this interests you. If it don't, please tell me no, because that would be great. I would not get mad, dude. Like, you just call me the wrong name. I don't care about stuff like that. I remember that just because I know it doesn't matter to me. If I'm talking to you and you be like, yo, man, I don't want to listen to this shit, you would still be my homeboy, man. I would still treat you the same as if you didn't say that. So just know that, man. If you say, hey, Tony, man, stop crying and play a game, or if you say, hey, Tony, man, let's do this. Hey, Tony, man, you suck at these games. I don't take offense to that at all, dude. Like, I don't feel bad about that. This is Nick. Nick, meet Chris. Chris is cool. I forgot where I met Chris, but probably on YouTube. But Nick is Mike's buddy, Toe Tad Terry, and I met them through playing the division. They were on PC and I was on Xbox. Nick, I was just explaining to Chris like kind of how things. I didn't go in depth, but kind of how things used to be, and then over time, things didn't really get bad. I had less blow-ups, but I was streaming a lot less and gaming a lot less. And I was just telling Chris that this is not how I've always been. And I'm explaining to him how I'm so close to getting back to where I was, you know? Like, I got a good job, I love work. I got my nice setup, but it's a mental thing. You know, I hop on stream, and I was just telling Chris, I just get so excited. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think I ever asked you that. Okay. On, was it YouTube? Yeah, YouTube, right? Damn, you remember that? I'm trying to think if I don't remember that. I probably was talking about work and you probably said, hey, where you work? Something like that. That's crazy. But Nick, I was just telling him how, like, before he joined the community, I was telling you and Mike and all the guys, like, I'm trying to get back to where I was, and I just don't, want people who come to the community to think this is who I am all the time. But I was telling Jake, he's another newer guy that's been in the community for a couple weeks. Cool dude, helped me with Elden Ring. He, you know, he's real supportive and stuff, and I guess I just want all you guys to know that I don't want you guys to feel bored or feel lonely or feel like, you know, that it's just sometimes hard just to put that one foot forward and just start playing, you know? And so, but I'm going to be honest with you, and I was telling Jake this, that I am in a way feeling really stressed out. I don't know. Like, I don't take medicine for my bipolar, but there's very rare occasions where, like, I'll start feeling really down and really stressed out. And, yeah. And now I'm at a point where it's just, I don't know. I just want you guys to know what. See. And then I just try to beat myself up because I like so bad want to have a good stream, and I know. What do you mean? You mean kind of get meds and treat it like the things I'm feeling as a side effect to something else and not necessarily a mental health issue? Oh, I see what you're saying. No, because a lot of the medication is long-term stuff. So, like for instance, dude, you're fine, brother. Most people. Dude, you're fine with that. No, so a lot of times when you're taking medication and you want to switch medications. Oh, brother, you're fine, Holmes. You stop taking the medicine, and then usually you can either take the new stuff right away or wait a week or two, but it usually takes 8 weeks. A lot of the medication, almost all, I think, that deals with like mental health and disorder and just anxiety and severe depression. Other than like sleeping pills, those can work immediately. But stuff to help change the chemical nature in your brain, it takes time. So, and I think that's why people do turn to drugs. Because when you think about it, when you smoke weed, do cocaine, whatever it is, all the street drugs, you do those alter your brain that night. You know? Alcohol. You know, but, you know, even pills. When I was addicted to pain pills, it actually worked the opposite. If I didn't take it for a long time and then I took one, it would have this like effect that was like crazy. Felt good, but I knew it wasn't good for me in the long term. Yeah. That's a good point. I never thought about that. Yeah, that's probably the reason why. That's why I took this stuff called Latuda. Real quick, so I went to the hospital. I was telling my grandma I wanted to end my life. I hate myself. And she said, go to the hospital and tell them that. Now, I didn't know what was going to happen. I remember this was a Sunday afternoon, like 5-6 years ago. So I go to the hospital. I tell them I don't want to be alive. I don't want to live. You know, I'm stressed out. And I thought they were going to give me some medicine, maybe have me talk to somebody. I kid you not. They took me to a room away from everybody. They put me into like a hospital bed, and they cuffed me in a hospital bed. Now, mind you, it was like 8 at night on a Sunday. So they did that. They didn't treat me bad or anything, but they talked to me like I was some hopeless fool that wanted to end my life, and it wasn't like that. I just was like really stressed out and anxious, and they was like, you know, kept telling me everything's gonna be all right, you're fine, and it's like, I don't need you to keep telling me this. I'm just, you know. But because I went to the hospital and expressed that, you know, and yeah, they had me cuffed, and if I wanted to use the bathroom, they uncuffed me, and it was just so crazy, you know, because they were afraid if they let me out of my sight that I'm gonna do something to myself, and I stayed in that bed until like, I think I fell asleep for an hour or two until like 5 in the morning, and ended up going to the Meridian, which is like a mental health institution, a public one, run by the county, and I talked to somebody, and I remember I talked to the guy, and I was talking to him for like 5 minutes, and I just was like so relieved to get out of there, out of the hospital, and I didn't feel suicidal. I didn't feel like that anymore, and I told him, and just like that, he's like, yeah, you're fine. He knew I was fine. No, this was in Florida. But another time, what was it? No, another time I got prescribed this stuff called Latuda. And that stuff, I'll never forget it. I went to that public mental health institution, Meridian Healthcare, in Florida. And I waited for like an hour because it's public, so there's all these random people waiting to be seen. It's free. And I go see this doctor. I go in and see this doctor, and he gives me this stuff called, he prescribes me something. I get it filled, and I go home. And actually, I got it filled there. They have a pharmacy there. I go home, and I sleep. I fall asleep, and it's like, I don't know, like 12 or 1 o'clock. And then I wake up at like 3 or 4, and my whole body was, they call it stoning. And essentially what it was like, mentally think about being in a nightmare but being awake. So, you know, when you fall asleep, fall into a nightmare, it's miserable, it sucks. Think of that but being awake. And so here I am. I woke up, and I can't remember exactly how I was feeling right when I woke up. But I remember my body was stiff. My body was stiff. My body was stiff, like a stone. Like it was stiff. I really didn't notice how bad it was until I got in my car. And so when I got in my van, I drove a minivan. So my legs were pressed out. My arm was pressed out. It's like almost like my bones wouldn't fold. And here I am, like mentally it just seemed like a nightmare. I'm trying to think. It was like a nightmare, but there was really nothing there. It was just a living, like, what the fuck is going on? But I'm slamming on the gas pedal. I remember I wasn't even driving that good. My legs, I'm like literally like this in my car seat because I'm trying not to press all the way down on the gas. And my arms, it's like everything locked up. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, Raph? Hey, Dory. I know. And it was crazy because everything in my body locked up. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. And so everything locked up. And so I'll never forget. I'm driving, and I'm only a few miles away from this facility. And, like, it's just, everything was locked up. And I was trying to drive, and I remember I wasn't driving right. I remember someone saw me. She probably thought, what the hell's going on? And it was like, it was almost like my mouth was paralyzed, too. Like, I really couldn't speak. I could, but, like, it was weird. I can't remember if I was able to take my phone. But it was just like my whole body was, like, outstretched. And I couldn't help it. All right, you're going to hate me. Who's that? I forgot. I need a name. I need a name with the, It said you're not a first-time viewer, so it must mean you've been here before. How'd you know that? I did. I think I moved it back as much as I could. Now you gotta remember, my limbs are locked up, but it was almost like I couldn't control my body, but I was conscious of what was going on. So, and not only was everything locked up, but I was conscious, but there was a mental aspect that was really just eaten away, almost like I was in this nightmare. I guess fever dream might be it. I don't even know. I don't know what a fever dream is. But it was almost like a nightmare, but I knew I was in reality. I knew what was going on was wrong. I knew I needed help. And it was almost like, looking back on it, there was a physical issue there. But I think if I were to, like a stress attack, I don't know if there is such a thing. Yeah. What do they call it? Like a stress attack. Not a heart attack. dude, how you're like describing this to the T. That's exactly what it was. And the mental part too. So like here I am like this. It's like I'm conscious. I know what's going on, but I know it's bad, and I don't want to feel this way. And like I couldn't formulate. Like it was almost like anxiety times 100. Yes, panic, but a lot worse than your typical panic attack. Like I couldn't verbalize how I was feeling clearly. So here I am, the seat's all the way back in my minivan. My legs are locked. And I remember I had to like go at an angle because it's just my legs were locked and I didn't want my left foot to get the brake. So I had to kind of move my body in a way to where it was I remember now. The left foot I didn't use, so I had to use. I remember now. I remember this part. I had to use my right foot for my brake and gas. Normally, I really don't do that when I'm relaxed driving. So it's like, stretched out. I'm leaning just so I don't accidentally hit the brake. And I'm only driving a few miles, and I remember I parked, and I don't know how. I think when I walked, I want to walk normal. I didn't walk like a tin man or anything, but I want to say I walked somewhat normal. But it was almost like this panic, like you say, anxiety attack. But it was almost like I said, I guess the best way is like just a nightmare, but I know I'm awake. It was almost like the physical symptoms were seeping into me mentally, and it was so weird. And so I get in. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do when I'm relaxed. But normally I don't. But normally I just sit up straight and I pull the seat closer. But sometimes I practice using my left foot if there's not a lot of traffic for the brake. But normally I use one, but normally I'm up close. And so using it, even though this time it was one, it was kind of weird because my body was at an angle, so my left foot wouldn't hit none of the pedals. And you're just like, dude, that's crazy you say that. I'm the same way at the lights. Like when I'm stopped, I use my left foot to kind of inch closer with the brake to try to get used to being left foot. Kind of like the rare times when I'll use my left hand for something. I'll try to do it just to kind of see if maybe I can get better at this. Very rare, few and far between. So I remember I parked and I remember walking in there and I just remember that I was miserable. And they must have knew something was wrong because I said, I need to talk to a doctor. And I remember they told me to sit down. I'll never forget. So that, it's a facility. I mean, their chairs aren't grungy or anything, but it's a public facility, so it's not like the nicest, but it was nice enough. Cushion chair, so I'm sitting down, and I'll never forget. I'm just like, I can't verbalize how I'm feeling. I just know that things aren't right. I want to say that was repeating. Things are not going good. I need help. And while I was in this chair, and it's one of those like kind of office doctor chairs, so it's connected to a group of chairs. They're all connected. But I'll never forget, I'm stretched out like this. And I can't remember what was said, but I want to say the doctor kind of knew what was up. And he gave me some Benadryl. Now, they gave me Benadryl there. This is how just out of whack I was. I actually drove back home like that. I felt like I want to get back home because that's where I felt safe. I didn't feel safe sitting in my car. I didn't feel safe at the doctor's office. Yeah. So it was some Benadryl. And I went to sleep. Knocked me out. Oh, by the way, when I first took this medicine, shit knocked me out. It's Latuda. Latuda. When he gave me the Benadryl, that also knocked me out. By the time I got home and laid down, I remember, I'll never forget, I was miserable, nightmare, but I was also tired. Like if I wasn't feeling sleepy while laying down, I remember, I'll never forget, I was like, how can I make this go away? How can I make this go away? How can I make it stop? And yeah, and I'll never forget. And then I ended up falling asleep. And so that was about probably 3 or 4. I woke up at like, I think it was only an hour or 2 of sleep, and I felt okay. I will never forget that in my life. But yeah, Benadryl. I'm guessing it was an allergic reaction. That's what they said. So, and I described it to somebody a couple years after the fact, because I think this happened in 2014, 2015. And that's how I heard coined the term stoning. Stoning, I guess, is a reaction to when you're allergic to something. Yeah. It did knock me out when I took that. I'll never forget. I took it at the facility, and mind you, I'm only 5 minutes away. Because when I first took it, I didn't get the stoning reaction until after I went to sleep for a couple hours. When I woke up was when things was like crazy. But when I got home, I fell right to sleep. It knocked me out. And I believe it's for, if you look on there, it's an antipsychotic. I believe that's what it is. Like, it's for people who have serious bipolar issues, I believe. That's normally the main people who take that, I want to say. But yeah, when I got home, mind you, 7 minutes away, I was so tired. It was crazy. It was nuts, man. And I appreciate you guys listening to me that. I haven't shared that with anybody. By the way, Wrath, I want to say thank you for stopping by, man. I just want you to know, Chris, what it means to me for you to listen to that. I've never shared that with anybody. I know I'm not the best when it comes to storytelling. But I just try to tell you what's going on with me. But I just want you to know, man, that I'm never going to forget this stream you hanging out with me. I'm not. I'll never forget it, man. But anything you ever want to share with me, man, I would love to know about your life, man. And I promise you that at some point we will game. Whether you watching me, I'm watching you, we're playing together. But I promise you this, man. And this is going to sound crazy coming from somebody on the internet, but you know enough about me. You can look me up. My name's Anthony Powers. It's my full name, Anthony Powers. Look me up. All my social media is connected. I mean, it's all connected. I'm the same person on Instagram that I am on Reddit, that I am on Facebook. You know? I mean, everything's public. And I say that because this may sound weird coming from somebody, and I'll risk it if there's backlash and you don't approve of it, but I just want you to know that I'm a friend. You can consider me a friend. I did not ignore your Discord DMs. You're not cheesecake, are you? No, you're not cheesecake, right? I didn't think so. Yeah, you're not the guy selling. No, my bad. No, I know you're not. Oh, yeah. Duh. It says right there, I'm Wood Duck. Ignore this, just setting it here for the future. What are you talking about? Then I said, thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you have a good night at work. And now you're typing right now. See, look at you. Look at you trying to catch me. trying to see, wait for me to slip up. But no, I just want you to know you have a friend, man. And whether you come by to any other stream, whether you subscribe, you don't subscribe, whether you come to my stream and tell me I suck at video games, whether you come to my stream and say I'm great at video games, I'm the next best thing since sliced bread, whatever you decide to do, I will still be your friend, man. Probably like, well, why is that? Why is that? Well, you want to know something? I'll tell you why that is. Because I've mentioned to you I'm not a rich person, nothing close to it. But I have a lot of nice things. I've done a lot of nice things for people. I've been blessed with a lot. And I'm to the point now where it's the things that don't cost money that mean the most to me. And the fact that you spent 2 of your nights hanging out with me, not to mention you actually offered to sell your GPU, you know, those, to my brother, those little things mean the most to me. I don't care about nothing else. And so, Zoe! Chris, this guy is just like you. Zoe popped into the stream. Zoe's good people, man. He's similar to you in personality. So Zoe likes to write. He writes poetry. Zoe is probably he is the most active community member that I don't know nothing about. Or I know very few things about him. Not in a bad way, but he though he did say he was going to send me an email, never sent that. You probably don't remember that, do you? Maybe you said you didn't send me an email. But you don't have to. Don't do it. So, but Ashley here, let me get you up to speed. He knows all about my issues too. So, I don't know when's the last time I've seen you, but so I've been Chris is new here. He's just joined, and Jake is also here. He's just joined. I was on my annual vacation these last 2 weeks. I went back to work on Friday. But I was just saying, like, a lot of things in my life are going good, but there's so much not going good. And one of the things that isn't going good is my anxiety and stress. And I guess it's nice having you here, Zoe, but I just want you to know, man, what you mean to me, brother. What it means to have you here and everything. And I just want you to know, like, things aren't going well, man. It's just not. I mean, yeah, I'm talking and I have I got my PC set up. I actually upgraded my stuff. Dory's still here. My relationship is no more, but I don't know what it is. I still have a desire to game. That's still in me, but I just don't know. I mean, you hear me talking now and you think, oh man, he's in a great mood, great. And it may seem like that, but it's actually the opposite. And the only reason I want to share that with you guys is I don't want to pretend to be somebody I'm not. And I know, Zoe, I've talked with you before, and I've talked with Chris the last stream, how a lot of times people want to escape reality. They don't want to hear somebody talk about everything they're struggling with. Well, the only reason I talk about it is because it's preventing me from doing what I want to do. And I don't really have any friends, so... Well, I don't have any friends, so... But... And I don't want people to feel sorry for me. All I want is the people enjoy it here and stick around and maybe just be there for me and just be somebody that one day I can call a friend, Because I definitely, even though I don't know hardly anything about you, Zoe, other than the poetry and that you, fuck. I'm trying to remember what games you mentioned you played. Don't tell me. Fuck. It's not World of Warcraft. I'm gonna remember that. Don't tell me. But I remember there was like a game or two that you played. when you would stop in, and I'm trying to think of what game it was. Not Hell Let Loose. I'm gonna think about it. But yeah, there was a game you would be playing, because I remember we would talk and you would go back to playing it. But to answer your question, like I'm gonna probably end up buying a couple games, but I just want you to know like where I'm at in my life, and I don't want you to, and I'll respect you if you choose to do this, because many people have in the community. They've said, you know, Tony, you're a great guy. I appreciate what you're doing. You know, good luck, but I don't want to be around somebody like you, and I totally respect that, because, you know, I'm not positive all the time, and some people don't want to be around people who think like me all the time, and I only have respect for those type of people. Dude, you're good, brother. Sorry. And so, like, I've been talking about myself, and I don't want you guys to think like I don't care about you guys, but I'm just trying to get to a point where I can be a good, not even a good content creator. I mean, I want to be a good person that you guys want to be around, man. I want to be a good friend. I don't even want to be good entertainment. I want to be somebody that you guys come around because you feel comfortable, you can be yourself. You know, but maybe I'm being a little exaggerative, a little harsh on myself, but I'm just not doing the best, and I just want you guys to know that I love you guys. Like Zoe, I really do, man. Like, especially when I would be the only person. I mean, there's been numerous times I have like one viewer in my stream, and that's fine, because that one viewer many times has been Zoe, and I mean that. I told him all the time. I tell him all the time that it made my weekend, and I told him, I said, it's probably boring for you, but I told him I'll make up for it. But I try to make it clear that what he did for me really meant a lot. He wouldn't take anything I would give him. I wanted to gift him some stuff, but he wouldn't take it. So, but I only respect him for that. I respect him. I mean, at first it was a little frustrating because I wanted to, you know, I like doing stuff for people, and spent like 6, 7, 8 hours. And he was doing his own thing gaming, and I told him, I was like, look, dude, do your thing in game and come in the stream every now and then, say what's up, or don't. I'm not gonna. You think I'm gonna say, well, he didn't come hang out in the stream? I don't, dude. If you're streaming and I want a game, would I sit and watch your stream for 6 hours and not game if I want a game? I'll be honest, no. But I would do whatever I can to show you that I support you. I'm not saying people do that to me. I wouldn't, but I would. You know, I'll donate. I'll do whatever I can to show that, hey, I want to play this game. I want to do my thing. But I want you to know that you're important too. He knows. Zoe, don't give me no crap. You know, I'm gonna think about it, just like I'm gonna think about what game you were playing. You're gonna honestly say that I never actually offered. You know for a fact I did, brother. And I only mean it as fun, but you know that. I said, hey, Zoe, let me do this. And you'd be like, nah. If I'm wrong, tell me. If I'm wrong, tell me. Because then I'm going to have to dig deeper and see if... Because I'm almost certain. I asked for your, what did I ask for? Was it your email? Nope, because we're friends on Steam, so it wasn't that. I only do that because I love you, brother. I've done it to some random people, but I've only did it out of, a lot of times I knew you would say no, but it's just to remind you that whenever you come around me, you got somebody you can trust, man. Which, you know, anytime I say stuff like that, you can always look at it like, oh, what? Just because you get something from somebody, that doesn't mean they can trust you. Well, that's true. But the idea is there, you know. So, growing up, I had, let's see, man, that's a good question. So growing up, I had, so at my mom's I had Sega, and so I lived with my mom up to age 9. Prior to that, I would go visit my dad. And when I would visit my dad, I want to say I think Sega and Super Nintendo came around the same time. So, age 0 to 9, when I was at my mom's, which that's who I lived with, I had Sega. And then I had SNES at my dad's. And, dude, you just unlocked a bunch of memories, because now I'm going to have to Google what games were popular between 80, what would it be, 90 to 94, 93? I remember my buddy had, what was the football game where you ran into people? You were aliens and shit. It was a football game and you blow up, and they had the one character who'd spin around. That game was dope, man. I don't know the name of it, but I forgot. No, same concept as the older Maddens, top down. You're going back and forth, but you're like an alien. And they had like mines on the field, not Blitz. And one of the characters did like he would in circles, and I guess you could like charge at people. My uncle had Sega, and I remember the game I liked playing over there, Road Rash. I don't know if you ever played Road Rash, but Road Rash is dope. So now you got memories unlocked. Now I'm trying to remember, because I had Super Nintendo at my dad's, but then my grandmother had Nintendo. Now, at the time, I didn't go visit my grandmother all the time. Rest in peace. That was her death last August was the hardest thing I've had to deal with. So I just want you guys to know that's probably maybe one of the reasons why I'm kind of a little different than I used to be. But I'm going to get back to being... See? You've done it. You have done it. Screw it. So... Mutant lead. I don't know. I need some I need images. So no. Is it wait, is it this? Oh, this might be it. Yes, this is it. This was it. So this... So yeah, this game. Anybody ever play this game? No? SOCOM. I never got into SOCOM. But now SOCOM, that was that one of the first games that was multiplayer communicate chat, or was it a one player? Still might play it, but yeah, it probably was older. Now Donkey Kong. So when I was at my dad's, and my dad ended up getting a Super Nintendo. Well, my dad had a Super Nintendo. So two of the games me, my brother, and my stepmom used to play was Donkey Kong. We used to play them together. And my stepmom loved Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if you ever played any of those type of games, but she loved Wheel of Fortune. And that was a fun game. Looking back on it, that was fun. Playing it with your stepmom, like, it was just fun. Because it's like, you know, it's... Because at that time, I remember I wanted to play GTA. And my grandma didn't care, and my mom didn't care. But PlayStation wasn't out yet. But when PlayStation came out, I think it was, what, 95 when it came out? I was living with my dad. My dad still had a Super Nintendo. And so my stepmom was really frowned upon that. But I'll never forget that the way the dynamic was my stepmom would say, "He can't be playing that game." My dad would say, "Oh, what's wrong with it? Who cares?" And oh yeah. Here's a question for you guys. What? And we'll stay in the gaming, because I still, if something comes to my mind, I'm gonna share it. What's one of your favorite arcade games? Like, do you have a favorite arcade game that you really enjoy playing? There's one that comes to mind that I remember finding in various laundromats and convenience stores. Actually, there's two. Oh, man. Well, Chris, I didn't mean to open that can of worms, brother. I don't want you to... I mean, you're welcome to share whatever with me and Zoe, but I don't want you to feel like you have to share that. Pac-Man. So this game... Now, when you say Pac-Man, you talked about the one where it's the weird-looking one, where it's like the... Because Pac-Man had a really odd... That cabinet was different, right? I want to say. It wasn't like your typical cabinet. It was like the top was down, right? Or that was only for some of them. Where it was like it was top down, so you're looking straight down. Maybe it had a traditional cabinet too, but for some reason I don't remember it being like a regular cabinet. But this game I used to... This game, I know they got another one that's out that's similar to this, but I would emulate. I tried emulating this, and I would buy a stand-up arcade of this if I could find it. That wasn't like a lot of money. Like this game. Has anybody ever played this game? So this is a game, dude. Loved it. Now, so I was a big wrestling fan. Another game that I liked was I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of the WrestleMania games that was kind of like out there. Like you had like superpowers. I'm trying to figure out. I think it was for SNES. What's the one where you wrestled, but you also, it was kind of a little more fantasy-like too. But the characters, they were more slender build. The engine was a lot different. And I remember one of, oh, right here, this one. Wait, whoa. Oops. Why am I doing that? Wait, what's going on here? What the hell? What is this? Is this allowing me to play the game? Is it allowing me to play? Is that what it looks like? If I have a controller hooked up? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that easy for emulation. I thought you had to at least download the game. So, Pac-Man. There was another game that I can't think of the name of it, but you would drive and you were racing and you had a gun. I can't think of the name of it. You were driving with the girl and you had a gun in your left hand and you steer with your right hand. I can't remember who you shot. I don't know if you shot other... I think it was other racers. You could shoot their windows out, shoot their tires. And I remember back in the day playing the... remember when you go to an arcade and they have like 4 or 5 Rush racing games? And they had the little pin pad on the right. I never understood what that pin pad was for. Like it was like a little, it like from an old school telephone, you could hit buttons. I didn't realize you could. I didn't realize emulate. I thought you had to at least download something. I didn't realize on a Google search, first name pop up. But anyways, Zoe and Chris, I almost said Doug. I want you guys to know, man. Like, dude, you guys are like making my week, man. But I want you guys to know, like, I want to get back into gaming. I love talking about gaming. But I want you guys to have fun, man. You know? Because honestly, I'm not just saying it to say it, but if you guys are having fun, enjoying yourself, man, I enjoy anything, man. Like, and I don't want it to just be about me, man, because I want to hear your guys' story and what you guys are doing, and like I'm feeling a little bit better, but I'm also feeling a little stressed, and part of me wants to go for a walk, even though it's middle of the night. Part of me is thinking to myself, I'm just being honest with you, like, I'm a loser and a failure. Like, that's what I'm thinking to myself. Like, Jake wanted to listen to music, and I didn't play his song, and he left, and he's not bad for that. That's what... He's a good dude, man. And, you know, it's just... It's me, you know? I don't know, I just feel worthless. I just feel, you know... I think my girlfriend, like, or the girl I was with, we were trying to work through things, and she planned this date. We've been talking about, we haven't, she only lives like 7 miles away, but we haven't seen each other for months. We've argued a lot, but there's still a small spark that we thought that maybe this would work. And the last 4 or 5 days, hey, yeah, we're gonna go out to eat, and right when I'm about to leave, like, she says she's not feeling good, and I get that because I'm like that the same way. But then she says her stomach was hurting, and it was just, I don't know. All I could think about was she didn't really want to see me. Luckily, with me, I kind of expected that. So even though I got ready, I didn't put all my eggs in one basket, for lack of a better term. I actually played it off because honestly, when she said no, it's like it wasn't really a disappointment. I was just like, oh, that's fine. Because a lot of times, without getting on a tangent, when we started dating, that's when my mental health stuff started to become an issue slowly. And there'd be times I didn't want to go and hang out and do stuff with her, but what I would do is I would give her money for her and her son to go hang out. And I would say, I was like, I love you, hon. I just don't want to leave. I don't want to do anything. I don't have an explanation for it, but here's some money for you and Chase to go enjoy a movie or go do stuff. And just know that I love you. And no, that wasn't just for sex, because plenty of times I did that and didn't see her for a while, you know? I think even though we don't get along a lot, it's like we kind of have a bond that we know the other's not going to, like, do anything too crazy. You know, we kind of trust each other to some extent. But I think the relationship aspect's totally out the window. That's not going to happen. But we always keep in touch, if that made sense. Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. But I will say this, there've been times when I didn't want to do anything, but she convinced me to go out and do something, and I actually felt better because of it. I actually go all the time. I love it. I pop in my AirPods and I just go listen to music and think and walk around campus. I love it. I get my own little world. I love it. I have my vape, but it doesn't have no nicotine in it. But I think I like it because, you know, I used to DJ. One of these times I should show you my DJ equipment. But I do it because I like the routine. Yeah, but right now I'm just kind of feeling really down, man. But I want you guys to know that I love you guys, man, and you guys are good people. It's kind of like how they say, you know, you want to make sure you solve your own problems before you get with somebody, but sometimes you can have problems going on in your life, and meeting somebody can help you with that. Like this one guy on Facebook, he posted that he told this girl he was in low self-esteem. He said, no, run far away. Don't come near me. You know, I got too many problems. And this is like every man's dream. And then she says, no, I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to wait it out. And they just met. But he was telling her that, you know, he's got so much shit wrong with him. You know, I don't want to break your heart. I don't want to do this. And she's like, no, I'm going to still, you know, I'm going to help you. I'm going to stick around and see this through, or at least try to. And like, what was it, 7 years later, they're still together. That's fucking cool as hell, man. But I would, you know, that means more to me than any type of money or gift or anything you could ever give me. You know. But you'll get there, brother. What is it, like a vape pen? The word fume with the I don't know what you call that thing above the E. with the I don't even know what you call that. But I've seen that word around. Like I've seen it in articles. I want to say like not not sarcastic, but it's not pronunciation. I can't think of it. But yeah, no, I've heard of it. Oh, like one of these? Yeah, they have a couple popular ones. I don't know. I can't think of all the most popular ones, but there's some really popular ones. Yeah, Elf Bar, that's one. Um, Geek Bar, but anyways, I just want you guys to know, man. Like this making me feel good, feel better, and I want to jump into a game and play, but I just feel like I'm just talking too much, and you guys are not enjoying yourself, and so I'm starting to get depressed, and I don't know. Part of me wants to go for a walk and just kind of not ever come back. I just feel I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna go for a walk and just walk. I just want you guys to know that don't be upset with me. But it's alright, brother. You guys have a good night, man. But just know that if for whatever reason you guys don't see me again, just know that I love you guys, man. My anxiety and stress is ultimate, and I don't have my grandma here anymore to call. Plus, my ex is just giving me problems and not wanting to work things out, but that's her choice. Same here, brother. Same here. Well, just know that you're part of the group, brother. I'll always be here for you. Just don't be mad at me for being like this. I just I don't have enough energy to pretend to be somebody I'm not, so I'm just gonna give you like it is. But I want you to know that my end goal is to be able to hop on stream, jump into a game. Even if I don't smile, just have fun gaming, be committed to it, and hang out and talk to you guys. That would be, dude. I, I would take that, feeling like that, over any type of money or gift. Now, I'm not talking to you specifically, but I'm saying in general. Like, I just value stuff like that. But you guys have a good night. Don't forget about me. And just know that Chris and Zoe, I'll always be here for you. Just, I promise I will do my best to get things better. More people will come to the chat, and it'll be fun for you guys too. But, alright, y'all. Until next time.